Well, I think that one of the unique opportunities that the gallery affords for experimentation in moving image and in films, as opposed to the more classical space of the cinema, not that one is necessarily better than the other, because I think one of the advantages, of course, of films is that you have this access to audiences. But I think one of the things, to my mind, is the idea that you're able to experiment with the space. And I think that's very unique to the gallery. And I think this harks a little bit back to some of my sort of beginnings in art school at St. Martin's School of Art, and conversations with my professors around the notion of expanded cinema, and the fact that you're able to, I mean, of course, I'm skipping over here lots of different revolutions. There's the digital revolution, there's the computerizing revolution that has completely transformed our lives. And all of these factors have very much influenced the making of films, of course. The possibility with the projected image that you could have something which was similar to film, but then at the same time different. So I think one of the things that's really very exciting, and you can see this, or I felt this when I walked into this gallery today, was the way in which the kind of architecture of the screens kind of, formed this architectural kind of space for viewing, and how that accentuated some of the questions around some of the notions of which I was trying to explore in this work on capital. Because of course architecture is very important to capital, as capital is very important to architecture. But in relationship to the image, at least, by the use of multiple screens, that this way of multiple screens which seep into your practice as an artist, which we are all involved in multiple screens every day. We on Facebook, we're on our sort of emails, we're sort of Instagrams, we have these different interfaces, and this aesthetic or the influence of digital technology seeps into artistic practice. And then I think one of the very exciting things is really, I think, things which are particular to film, which is connected to montage, that with the kind of multiple screens, that you're able to take the idea of montage and to further that idea and to spatialize it, and to create kind of new possibilities, new meanings, which are kind of unique, I think, to the space of the museum and the gallery, and to explore those questions in another space is more difficult. And I guess in a work like, for example, 10,000 Ways, which is a 9-screen work, I was able to basically show that work, or in the representation behind me of the 7-screen of Playtime, where basically the spectator is able to move from position to position to not have a kind of privileged position, or what I call the ontological view, that you're able to kind of have multiple perspectives, and that this creates a kind of hopefully new meaning in terms of the experience of looking at the possibility for, if you like, future representations of film and the moving image, which are very particular to the gallery context. So I should say it becomes a bad habit that once you kind of make multiple screen works, it's very hard to return to making a single screen work because of the excitement that gets created with making multiple screen works that you can generate in terms of ideas, in terms of how the audience relates to the work, and in terms of the different juxtapositions that you can create, which are kind of unique, I think, to this practice, which I developed along with lots of other people. I have a lot of people that help me make my work, and so that is, in a way, bringing some of those very early questions, which I felt excited about when I was an art student, and in a way developing those with the new technologies, but questions which we were pushing in terms of multiple gazes, multiple ways of viewing, different subjectivities, all of those ideas, and explicating them in a way in this kind of novel form, which is, I'd say, very particular to the museum and gallery context.